Hello, everybody. How you doing?
One person who's
One
viewing.
that one person who's viewing right now. How are you? Is it gonna be Kyle? Is it gonna be Suji?
Maybe it's my phone. I should check.
Or is Sabrina also viewing it to ramp up those numbers?
No.
Cool. So we're gonna wait just a moment for everyone to join, and then we'll get started. If you are joining right now, let us know that you're here. Two, up to two.
No, number two was me.
Number two. Enjoy. Cool. So we'll never find out who's watching, but that's okay. 2 minutes past 5. I know people are probably jumping out of their office job for the lunch break to join this class, so they might be just a little bit late, and that's perfectly fine. So with that said, let's get started. Boom. So we've got some pull-up practice in today's live classes scheduled inside the box. So we thought we'll also put a little bit of a gymnastic practice into today's online YouTube class. So what we got in the beginning is 15 hollow rocks and 15 arch rocks, which are really, really great exercises to strengthen your core, as well as work on those skipping pull-ups or the shapes, the body positions during those skipping pull-ups. And then we're going to do 10 bent over rows or towel rows. We've got our towel set up. We'll probably have to take turns. This is the first time we're trying this. Hopefully, we are not going to film a catastrophe happen. But we'll see. If you use a towel over the door, make sure you're safe. Please double check that the knot is tied. The door is closed properly. Preferably, you want to be pulling in the direction where the door is closing, not on the side where it's opening. That's a really useful tip. So I think that's about it. If you still don't know how to do it, Vera Kolodny made a very nice and detailed video and one of the at-home workouts from her house showing you how to set up the towel rows. If you don't want to do that at all, you can grab a dumbbell, a kettlebell, a backpack, a plate, whatever you have to do bent over rows. We're also going to go through that leading up to this little workout. We'll do 4 rounds. Well done. We'll do 4 rounds of 15 hollow rocks, 15 Superman rocks, 10 bent over rows or towel rows. Not for time, but for quality. After that, we're going to take a little rest. We'll do a short workout with 10, 20, 30, 40 thrusters and 30 lateral jumps over your weight after each round. For this one, I recommend that you maybe use a backpack or any weight that you have at home, but it should be fairly light. I really want this to be a super quick workout for you, that you maybe even stay unbroken on the set of 30, but definitely on the 20. And I just want you to really try to push the pace here, finishing off with 30 jumps over your object. With that said, we're going to start with a quick warm-up. So in our quick warm-up, we're going to do a little tabata. It's going to be alternating between jumping jacks and lunges. So jumping jacks, reverse lunges for our first warm-up, first part of our warm-up today. That's okay. So we'll move the camera slightly. So I guess we need to push this back a little bit. Kind of, sort of. I'll move back just a tiny bit.
We do a regular 8-round Tabata.
Regular 8-round Tabata, please.
And how many of those do you want? Just one Tabata?
One.
Let me make sure we have some snap.
What's up, guys? It's Dave. Push yourself today. Be big. Be high, guys.
Good.
Cool. We can put it here, maybe. Like that. It might even be visible to you guys who are watching. So start in 10 seconds. Jumping jacks, reverse lunges.
3, 2,
1, go. By the way, anybody who did yesterday's class and is still here, you're killing it. I hope you can still walk today. If you can, most likely tomorrow is going to be a lot worse. But just take it easy in those lunges, just to warm up, trying to get some blood flowing in the legs. Switch. You're halfway. We've got 2 more rounds of each.
One more round.
One more round. From here, we're going to go straight into 5 plank walkouts. So from standing into a plank position with 5 shoulder taps each side. So set up, try to keep your knees straight, hands down on the ground. Walk them forward. Can't hold those shoulder taps. Walk your hands back. Stand up. Got 2 more repetitions. And relax. So we're going to go ahead and go through our hollow rock scaling options. First with the knees tucked in, then the legs extended. We're going to go through the Superman scaling options. Then we're going to start our 4 rounds of this little exercise. Just gonna set up right here. And first things first, when you do that hollow rock, what I want you to ensure is that your back stays in contact with the ground. We're talking about the lower back. So the way I like to start is going to be in a tucked position, knees up into your chest. Turn a little bit, and then you try to get your shoulders as close to your knees as possible. So you're now in a nice little crunch. From here, can you start to rock back and forward and keep your knees and your shoulders close together? It's supposed to be just a small movement, forward and back, and relax. If you can do that, we can take this one step further and extend one leg at a time. We're going to try 5 on each side. So first, tuck shoulder close to your knees, extend one leg, still reaching towards the toes. 5 rocks on your right, and 5 on the left. The rocking motion should be fairly smooth, so the more you can get your shoulders off the ground and get your chest closer to your knees, the smoother that rocking motion is going to be, and that is our goal. Next up, we're going to go ahead and try to reach towards the toes, but extend both legs. It looks like this. For 5 repetitions, this is still a little bit easier by reaching forward. You kind of create a compression and towards the lower abs versus reaching up when it becomes a little bit harder to engage those same muscles. So that was scaling option number 3. And now we're going to go into our full hollow rock with the hands up overhead. We'll try that for 5 repetitions. This is our little progression today. Now, a few common mistakes is, for example, not rounding your back and rolling the shoulders forward, but keeping it straight. That usually means your rocking is not going to be very smooth. It looks something like this. Not ideal. I want you to round your back on this one and try to create a compression. Another one is when the angle between your leg and your upper body changes. It would look something like this. We want to try to keep that angle constant without a change all the time. That means our core muscles are connecting the legs and the upper body, and that means we're training the right muscles. So a couple of things to pay attention to. Now I want you to just choose the variation where you can do 15 repetitions in one set, at least right now before we get started. Sweet. Did I miss anything?
No, all good.
Awesome. Next up, we're gonna go into our Superman rocks or Superman arch rocks. We're gonna turn around our stomach, and the way I like to start this is with the hands under the shoulders. We're going to push ourselves away from the ground and rock back. No, actually, I like to start it with just the legs. So what I want you to do is to just lie down, have your hands under your shoulder, and just lift your legs up, trying to keep your toes together. Looks like this. So all you're doing is lifting your legs up, trying to keep it together. Hopefully you will feel that the lift actually comes from squeezing your butt and tightening that lower back a little bit. Now, we're gonna go ahead and try to push ourselves away from the ground with our hands and letting ourselves just fall back on the ground while maintaining this arch position, keeping the feet together. We should just rock forward. One repetition looks like this. Just watch for now. Hands underneath the shoulders. I'm gonna push my chest up. And if I can keep that tension in the back, that should allow me to automatically just lift my legs up. We're gonna go ahead and try 5 of those. So that's one scaling option for your Superman rocks or arch rocks, to use your hands. Now, if your back is strong enough, you can initiate, and you have the shoulder mobility, you can initiate that first movement by lifting your chest off the ground instead of pushing yourself away. It will look something like this. Right, you want to first peel your chest off the ground as much as you can. In the top position with your chest, you're gonna squeeze your butt, let your chest fall down towards the ground, and automatically your legs should lift up. We're gonna go ahead and do 5 repetitions.
Don't forget to breathe, that's what I do.
Fairly difficult movement if you ask me. To do it properly also can be a little bit uncomfortable for guys and girls both. So if you just in general hate this movement with a passion, then my last scaling option for you is just going to be a lift without rocking back and forward. Just going to lie down, have your arms forward, lift everything up and down. Up and then down for 15 repetitions. So those are our 2 first movements in our little practice. And the last one is going to be our bent over row or towel row. We'll start with the bent over row. Sabrina is going to grab a backpack. She's going to lie on the ground on the back of the backpack. Like that, and turn it around. Like that. Cool. She's going to grab it at the bottom and the top, squeeze it together with her hand, and lift it up to the chest, and bring it down, up, down. Beautiful. Can you turn 90 degrees? Awesome stuff. We'll go ahead and do a few more. So if you can see, her back is pretty much parallel, almost parallel with the ground. I want your chest to be fairly low on this one. And what I want you to focus on is to try to feel it down here, right below your armpit, instead of using this muscle up here. We want to focus down there. That means you will try to pull your elbow towards your hips. Thank you very much. Yeah. Her knees are soft. The leg doesn't have to be fully extended. You want to be more or less in a deadlift position. Now you can do this with a backpack. You can do this with a kettlebell. Can you do it with 2 hands? Kettlebell will look something like this. Very similar movement. You can do it with a dumbbell. You just grab both heads. Thank you. Or you can set up your stuff like we did. And I'm going to show this because I'm not sure if Sabrina trusts me on this one. But basically, you grab your towel. There's a knot on the other side of the towel. This is locked very nice and tight. I like to fold this towel in half and then grab the 2 ends. I like to set up in the top position first with the towel right at my chest, lower myself down, and then bring it back up. Just like that. Your arms are moving. Again, you're trying to focus on not using the traps, but the muscles right down here. So just going to give you half a minute or a minute to set up your towel, set up your station, have a sip of water. Then we're going to start our 4 rounds of 15 hollow rocks, 15 Superman rocks, and 10 bent over rocks.
I'll use the kettlebell, I think.
Okay.
You want me to use the
And you're gonna use the kettlebell for the bent over rows? Okay.
Or you want me to use the towel and use the
Oh,
kettlebell?
we can start staggered if you want, or and use the towel, or but the kettlebell is perfect. I might move myself over here. Like this. All right, guys. So this part is not for time. I want you to focus on doing these exercises to the best of your abilities. Try to get the hollow rocks and the arch rocks in one set if possible. If not, feel free to break it up. Sabrina is going to use the kettlebell for the bent over rows. I'm going to use the towel for the towel rows. So here we go. Let's get started. 15 hollow rocks. $15 arch rocks. And 10 bent over rows. Feel free to have a sip of water before the next round. If you have a backpack that you think is not heavy enough for the bent over rows, one way to increase difficulty would be to hold it at your chest for about 3 seconds on each rep and try to really work on pulling the elbows back behind you. So here comes the second round. Your hollow rocks and arch rocks really don't have to be huge movement. If you keep that core tight, if you focus on keeping your back down on the hollow rocks and you focus on keeping your butt squeezed, your feet together on the arch rocks, a very small movement can also be extremely effective. Third round, here we go.
Sorry.
Those power rows are pretty interesting. Gotta admit, this is the first time I try it. You really need to squeeze and hold onto the towel as hard as you can. So if you tried it today, let us know in the comments or in the Facebook group how it went. Like and subscribe. Hit the link in the bottom. I don't know what else to say at this point. I'm not a YouTuber. But here comes the fourth round. Last one.
Finished.
Happy days. We're finished with the gymnastic practice. And we're going to go ahead, turn away from our living room, from our kitchen, back into the living room. Alright guys, everybody, take a quick minute break, have a sip of water. Then we're going to go through the movements in the second workout of the day. My head keeps sticking out of the picture. The thing I'm going to be here. Just need to get my weight.
Twenty-five minutes will be plenty, no? 25 minutes will be plenty, no?
Yeah. Alright team, so as always I like to do a few squats and a few push presses before I start my thrusters. So take the weight you're planning to use. Now I want you to do 5 front squats, 5 push presses 2 times. If you have a dumbbell, today I suggest that you hold it with 2 hands in front of your chest. Feel that's light at this point, don't worry, just go faster. So here we go. I'm planning to use this kettlebell. I'm going to go ahead and hold it like this for 5 front squats. And 5 push presses. Short rest. And we'll go again. We'll take a short rest. We'll do 2 sets of 5 thrusters. What I want you to really focus on is going to be your breathing. So try to inhale as you squat down, exhale in the top position. Here we go. If you can squat clean, whatever weight or equipment you're using, feel free to do that for the first rep in your set. But that will be your thruster. And today, again, I want you to do long sets with a light weight. Try to go as fast as possible. On another note, try to make sure you don't get fooled by a workout like this with increasing rep schemes where it seems super easy. On the 10 and the 20 and the 30, you're taking no rest. You're not really thinking about your pacing. And then the last round just hits you pretty hard. Or the third. Or the second. Depending on how hard you went in the beginning. All right. So just to test it out, we're going to go ahead and do a few lateral jumps over our object. So if you have a kettlebell, I suggest that you lie it down on the ground like this. If you have a dumbbell, just place it across. If you have a backpack, just place it on so that you're jumping over the shorter side. And we're going to do 10 lateral jumps. Here we go. Easy. Okay. If you don't feel necessarily safe, make sure you're wearing shoes.
That's me.
Try to make sure that you don't kick your equipment, especially if it's hard. If you're jumping over your backpack, maybe don't put your laptop in it. You might end up jumping on top. All right, guys, so our second and last workout for today is going to be 10, 20, 30, 40 thrusters, followed by 30 lateral jumps over your object, followed by meaning after each round. So 10 thrusters, 30 jumps, 20 thrusters, 30 jumps, 30 thrusters, 30 jumps, 40 thrusters, 30 jumps. Done. Try to save a little bit of energy for that last round. It's going to be super useful. Try to rest as little as you can. Keep moving. That's about it. Anything I missed?
No, I think that's it. I'm still considering switching to a lighter weight after all your talks. But we'll see. Maybe I'll die.
All right, everyone. So we're going to start in about 30 seconds. We'll figure out what weight we're going to use. At this point, it's best if you put your music on for yourself. Otherwise, we'll get banned or censored on YouTube. So we're not going to put our music on at this time. Cool beans.
Can I now hold the kettlebell also on the ball and not just one hand on the handle?
If your shoulder allows it to.
It feels a little safer for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right. I think it's time to get started. You good to go?
Yes.
10 seconds. Starting with 10 thrusters.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ah. Oh my god. That was pretty terrible. We're gonna go ahead and wait until 10 minutes are ticking away. You've got another 90 seconds to complete the workout. Go, go, go. This is the last minute, guys. Last minute. Keep pushing. Don't stop, don't stop. We're coming into the last 30 seconds, guys and girls. Pick up that weight. Let's finish it up. "15 seconds until the time cap." Well, you can keep going if you want to. And we're hitting the time cap right now, 10 minutes. If you want to, go ahead and finish it.
Good job, everybody.
If you already finished, awesome job. Good stuff, everybody. So, conclusion number 1, going as far as you can unbroken is not a good strategy. Bad idea. But if you like bad ideas like I do, go ahead and give it a try. Conclusion number 2, we've just gotten a little bit fitter today again. And hope you're gonna benefit from that little gymnastic practice that we did at the beginning of the class. I'll let you guys stretch this out however you want to. And RCD and Glass House are both open with limited number of classes, limited class size, but still we do have spots in both places. If one is full, check out the other one. I hope to see you guys in the box live very soon. But thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. And have a good day.
Ta-ta.
Peace. This is your spot. This is where you're going to take a selfie. Get it. Well done. All right. Bye.